John 10:15. Kathos gnoske me ha pater, kago gnosko ton patera, kai ten psuken mu tithemi, huper ton probaton. As we begin here, we start with kathos. Jesus says, just as, and he's making a comparison, obviously, with up above here in verse 14, where he says, I am the good shepherd, and I know my own, and my own know me. So this relational knowledge between the shepherd and the sheep is now compared to the relational knowledge of the Father and the Son, right? Sheep know him, he knows the sheep, just as the Father knows me. Notice how we have the accusative form here of the personal pronoun. Don't forget, ego, mu, moi, me, right there, me. The Father knows me, and I, that kago, is an example of crossus, where kai and ego have crashed together, and that crossus is marked with the coronis. That's not a breathing mark, that's a crown, a coronis, marking where these two words have crashed and joined together. Jesus says, and I know the Father. Let's take that from the beginning again. Just as, pointing back to the shepherd knowing the sheep, sheep knowing the shepherd, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Now, with the time we have left, I just want us to look at one thing. Some of you don't need this, but I want us to look at the noun ha pater, or ton patera, right? Here we have the nominative form, here we have the accusative form. Don't make it harder than it is. The article does the work for you, right? Nominative masculine singular, accusative masculine singular. But I've written out the paradigm here just to remind you this is a third declension noun. It's a third declension noun which follows slightly different endings from first and second declension. Notice the articles, however, are all the same. This is the only set of masculine articles. But then notice with the third declension, again, most of you don't need this, but remember, with third declension, the genitive ending is os. We have a iota for the dative. The accusative will often be an alpha. S, own, sin, us. So just take a little time there to review those endings, to review those forms, and make sure that the third declension is not throwing you off. Just to if we translate this, the Father, of the Father, to or for the Father is the direct object, the Fathers as the subject, of the Fathers, to or for the Fathers as the direct object.